Welcome to Medieval India and Political Transition. Today we discuss about the administrative reforms of Muhammad bin Tughlaq and another remaining Sultanate dynasties of Delhi. The first one, the administrative reforms of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The important administrative reforms are revenue reforms, shifting of his capital, experiment of symbolic coins, and last one, Deccan policy. These are the administrative reforms of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The first reform was the revenue reforms. Revenue. So this is related to taxes. The first revenue reforms, the official record of land implemented by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. That means an official record that had all the details of land of the empire was implemented by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Second one, he established a Department of Agriculture. This department provide information to the farmers related to agriculture. Third one, he made the uncultivated land to cultivate land. Uncultivated means the land not used for agriculture. This land made useful land. Next, he provide financial helps to farmer, means provide loans to the farmer. Last one, the farmers of Dohab had pay higher land taxes. Dohab means the land between two rivers. Dohab means the land between two rivers. The land between Ganga and Yamuna river. This land is very fertile. Fertile land helps to more crop. So the people of this area pay more taxes. Muhammad bin Tughlaq imposed so many taxes. Importantly, 4 taxes: Kharaz, Ushra, Zakat and Jizya. Kharaz means the land tax on non-Muslim. This is imposed only non-Muslim. Next, Ushra, the agriculture tax on Muslim. Zakat, property tax on Muslim. The last one, Jizya. So this is one of the religious tax on imposed on Hindus. These are the revenue reforms implemented by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The second one, shifting of his capital. Muhammad bin Tughlaq shifted his capital from Delhi to Devagiri in central India. The main cause for this, to establish the capital city at the center of the vast empire. Devagiri is a center place of India. Devagiri is in Maharashtra. At present, Devagiri called Daulatabad. This Daulatabad also established by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So in this intention, he shifted the capital from Delhi to Devagiri. The second one, protect the capital city from foreign attacks. Protect the capital city from foreign attacks. That means Mongol attacks. So both the reasons, he shifted his capital from Delhi to Devagiri. His plans was very good, but the proper precaution were not taken to implemented this. So again he relocate the capital from Devagiri to Delhi. For this, innumerable common people suffered a lot. Next, experiment of symbolic coins. The value of the currency was made adjusted to value of gold and silver in circulation of this time. He bought gold coins named dinar. Dinar was a gold coin implemented by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. At the same, silver coin named Adli in circulation. The coins were aesthetically means creative skill used to prepare these coins, aesthetically designed. But after the few years, another metals like copper and brass coins also came into circulation. Minting the coins was not vested with the government alone. Mainly, the families who had traditional right to mint coins without the permission of Sultan. At present, only Reserve Bank of India vested the power of minting coins and notes. In this, the coins were minted more than the requirement. The state treasury became empty. The main cause for this, the costly administrative experiment, the severe droughts or famine, shifting of the capital city, relocating the capital back. So, in these causes, the state treasury means the state wealth become empty. Last one, Deccan policy. He implemented his administration in the area conquered by him in Deccan. He had conquered Warangal, the capital of Kakatiyas. He also destroyed the Dhorasamudra, the capital city of Hoysalas. Dhorasamudra present name Halebeedu. Next, Madurai of the south, the capital of Pandyas, was conquered and also appointed Jalaluddin as the governor to Madurai. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the first Delhi Sultan to establish vast empire in India. He organized a big army. There were 27 rebellions in South India during his last 11 years of rule. As a result of this, Vijayanagara and Bahmani kingdom were established. Vijayanagara established in CE 1336. After the 11 years, Bahmani kingdom, that means 1347, Bahmani kingdom also established. So the main result of Muhammad bin Tughlaq rebellions. After the Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Shah Tughlaq ascended the throne. He was a cousin of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Means Firoz Shah was a son of Malik Razab. Razab was younger brother of Ghiyas-uddin Tughlaq. Firoz Shah ruled between 1351 to 1388 CE. He implemented more people-friendly programs. He removed of Takavi loans for the benefit of people. Takavi means the short-term loan given to poor farmers to purchase seeds, fertilizers and also other agriculture products. Second point, he paid compensations to the victim of Muhammad bin Tughlaq attacks. Third one, he abolished around 20 different taxes like tax on private mines. Taxes were collected for providing irrigation facilities. He built many cities, mosques, madrasas, dams, irrigation canals. Jaunpur, Fatehbad, Izar, Firozpur, Firozabad, important cities built by him. Jaunpur was a famous learning center established by in Uttar Pradesh. Dharmashala were built for the benefit of travelers. The fourth Sultanate dynasty was the Sayyid dynasty. Sayyid dynasty ruled between CE 1414 to 1451. Khizr Khan Sayyid was the founder of Sayyid dynasty. He was a governor of Multan under the rule of Firoz Shah. He established his rule in Dohab, Bihan and Gwalior. He also suppressed many rebellions and established law and order, ensuring peace. Khizr Khan Sayyid, Muhammad Shah, Alam Shah were the prominent rulers of Sayyid dynasty. But Alam Shah defeated by Bahlol Lodhi. So Sayyid dynasty came hand hand. The next and also the last Sultanate dynasty was Lodhi dynasty. Lodhi dynasty ruled between 1451 to 1526 CE. Bahlol Lodhi was the founder of Lodhi dynasty when defeated Alam Shah, the ruler of Sayyid dynasty. The important rulers of Lodhi dynasty were Bahlol Lodhi, Sikandar Lodhi and Ibrahim Lodhi. Sikandar Lodhi. He was conquered Bihar, Bengal, Dholpur and Chandheri. He established peace and order in Delhi. After the Sikandar Lodhi, Ibrahim Lodhi ascended the Delhi throne. But he was incompetent, means was not able to rule the country. The governor of Ibrahim Lodhi, Alam Khan and Daulat Khan invited Afghans to attack India. Thus, the Babur was one of the Afghan. He invaded India and defeated Ibrahim Lodhi in the first battle of Panipat in CE 1526. So, Babur established the Mughal rule in India when defeated the Ibrahim Lodhi. Thank you.